Good morning, good morning. As usual, I'm having my early morning brunch. Crunch. But I'm going to tell you something. Those of you who've been without sex, I say over 24 hours. You know, over 24 hours is a serious situation. We're not going to even talk about over a couple of months or a couple of years. But, you know, I'm going through a little crisis right here. When you start doing this with your food, check this out. Something is seriously wrong. It's time to get something. When everything you do is start looking like a vagina, it's time to do something. An old splash is overdue. Everything I do is sexual. Look at that. There. I'm through. Everything I do is sexual. From brushing my teeth to drinking. And when I started seeing myself do those things, I knew it was time for me to have action. You know what I'm saying? That waitress is looking pretty damn good. But Old Splash don't do those kind of things. But seriously, have you ever just been doing something and sex kind of pop up in your head? It start becoming a sexual act to you. So that happens to me with food. I have to be careful about the things that I do and how I do what I do. Because I could be out with somebody and they like, Splash, what you doing to your food? And I'm like, I'm so damn sorry. Did you get some kind of vibe from me? Yeah. You was doing some things to your food that didn't look normal. Okay, shit. Okay, so now I went to the doctor. And the doctor said, Splash, what you doing here today? I said, Doctor, I got a problem. I really need your help. And he said, okay, what's your problem? I said, everything started looking like sex to me. Started looking like a vagina to me. Everything. From the things I drink to the things I eat. I see vaginas everywhere. And okay, Splash. Well, let's go down the symptom list now. Do you dream about vagina? Yes, sir. When you see a woman, do you see a vagina? Yes, sir. When you talk to a woman, do you ever listen to what she says? Or do you just think about a vagina? I think about a vagina, sir. He said, okay, Splash, I know what your problem is. He said, you suffering from pussyitis. I say, what? He said, you're suffering from pussyitis, the lack of pussy. He said, I'm going to write this prescription out for you, and I need you to follow it to the T. So the doctor proceeded to write out the prescription. And when I got my prescription for him, he said, have pussy 3 times a day, okay? And call me in the morning. I say, well, doctor, this prescription say have pussy 3 times a day and call you in the morning. Where can I get this from? This is a hard prescription to fill. He say, Splash, ain't no way you're going to have trouble filling that damn prescription. And I say, doctor, you just don't know. It's hard. He said, hold on, Splash, let me make a phone call. So he proceeded to call. Then he came back in the room and he tore off the pad and gave me a number. He said, when you get home, call this number. And then I looked down to the number and it says Pussy Anonymous. And I said, well, thank you, doctor. He said, Splash, you won't have no more trouble with that. Just go on and handle that. Just go on and handle that. That's a goddamn shame. Good morning. Hey, let me tell y'all something. I want to talk about the females on the down low. You know, I'm talking about these bisexual women. They straight women. They want to call themselves bisexual, but they're not bisexual. They curious. You know, talk about straight women has a fantasy to be with a woman. Now let me tell you how these women come in the picture. You know, they'll get on one of these social sites, right? And they'll change their name up. They'll change. Sometimes they don't even put their own picture up, but they go on a lesbian site and they'll put the word gay on there. Now these women are what they call pleasure seekers. They pleasure seekers. See, what they do is they fantasy is to be with a woman, and they don't know how to go to the gay sites to try to find a lesbian. So they get on these sites, right? Now, mind you, they got a husband, a boyfriend, they got a full-fledged family, but they in the closet. I mean, they're not even in the closet. They just want to fulfill a fantasy, huh? Now, so they come into the lesbian world and say, well, I don't have 3 or 4 relationships with a woman. Ain't had shit. Ain't even been linga. But they want to fulfill this. So these old crazy wild ass female lesbians, these crazy wild ass studs, they go get with these girls. And these straight women thinking they having fun. You understand? They get a chance to act out their fantasy. But guess what happens? They get caught up. When they get waxed and tapped, it blows their mind. I mean, it blows their mind. So then now they caught between the straight world and the gay world. You know, they hanging in the middle. And so then later on, they keep playing on the devil's playground and they get caught up. The emotion that they feel through an orgasm with a woman is so powerful. To some of them leave their husbands. Some of them walk away from their whole lifestyle. They walk away from their whole lifestyle. And they choose to be with a woman. But now, remember this. Try by why women. Try by why. They'll try anything. Why? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But when you get on into that world and you start exploring, you playing on the devil's playground, you're not a lesbian. Now, if you come from a marriage family, a marriage, and you come and try something and you decide you want to be with a woman, you're not a lesbian. You're just a straight woman that got caught up with being with a woman. Now, would you ever go back and be with a man? Possibilities are yes. Yeah, I wouldn't deal with a woman like that. I just wouldn't deal with a woman like that because she's not a lesbian. She's a straight woman that got caught up with the emotions of being with a lesbian, and she's caught up in that orgasmic world. Her mind is still fogged up, and it's just like when you get a hit of your drug for the first time, you keep on chasing that goddamn high. You understand? So my message to the straight women that come and try to play on the devil's playground in the lesbian world, don't try it. Don't try it. You might not never make it back. And if any men are looking at this, any men, don't you put it past your woman that she ain't laid with a woman somewhere at some given time in her life. You understand? Ask your woman what she like, what she want. Because if not, a lesbian gonna come around and come along and take your girl.